Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Easy Eats on the Kenyan Food Channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to give you away my secret spice recipe for rubs, which you can use for chicken, for fish, for pork, for beef, for anything you want to barbecue or bake. I've never put this together on video. I've never actually taught anyone how to make it, how to make this. I do a lot of barbecue. Once you know how to put this together, you will literally you're gonna put this on everything, I promise. And it's gonna taste a lot better than what most people use around here. What I've seen is salt and pepper at best, maybe a little bit of cumin or something. So let's get right into it. Watch my hands as I do it, watch the quantities. At the end of this video, you're also gonna get a brief recipe, but it's always good to see how it's actually made. So stand by, switch angles, and yeah, have a look. So here we go. As you can see, I've got quite a few ingredients here, and this is one of the things I'd like to encourage you to do. I see a lot of people buy expensive cuts, buy expensive vegetables, expensive sides, expensive other ingredients, but they skimp on seasoning. The way to cook better and the way to increase flavor, the only way you can do that is through fat or seasoning. And we're not going to add any more fat to our diet, are we? So we're going to start making this mix. Again, you can use it for chicken, for fish, for beef, for lamb, for pretty much anything out there in terms of protein. So first one up, oregano, half a teaspoon. Garlic, half a teaspoon. That's about how much was left in this one. Cumin, you guessed it, half a teaspoon. Okay. Coriander, half a teaspoon. Mustard, dry mustard. Guessed it, half a teaspoon. Thyme, half a teaspoon. Spanish paprika, you can use smoked paprika, you can use any kind of paprika, but just make sure it's paprika and not chili, because otherwise you're going to pay for it. This time we're going to do 2 teaspoons. Actual mustard, yellow mustard. And it doesn't want to come out. 1 teaspoon. Ketchup, 1 tablespoon. Lemon, juice of about 1/4 of a lemon. Make sure you keep those seeds out. We don't want bitter surprises. And this may sound weird, if you have it in your house, use it. If you don't have it, no problem, you can use regular oil, but there is no substitute, as long as you have it, for a large tablespoon of mayonnaise. Now we're going to add a dash of oil, because we got a lot of dry ingredients in there that need mixing. And we're gonna stir it right up. Now you can see it's quite pasty and dry at this point, and that's exactly how we want it. Because if it's too liquidy, it'll run off the meat. But if it's any drier, it'll just crumble and burn on the skin. So that, in a nutshell, is my meat rub, my protein rub, my fish rub. I put this, as I say, on all barbecue. And for tonight, we're gonna try and make some grilled or baked chicken legs with it. Stand by. Okay, so as I said, we're gonna make some chicken legs. I've got some beautiful fresh chicken legs. You can use frozen as well. I prefer fresh. Sometimes when you buy frozen ones, they can have kind of a funky flavor to them. Nobody likes funky. So we take the rub. It's time to get messy with your hands. Make sure you've washed them. I have. And we rub this all over our chicken. Don't forget the other side. All over the chicken. Make sure you get right in there. It needs to be rubbed in. That's why it's called a rub. Because the more you rub it into that meat, the more it will actually absorb the flavor. Don't rely on seasoning that just sits on top, because it's not the same thing. And you will agree with me when you taste the end result. Last one. A little bit more rubbing. All right. And that, my friends, that is it. Some of you may ask, where's the salt in all of this? Why is there no salt in the rub? The simple answer is, you can add it, but you can't take it away. So you want different salt levels for different proteins. Say beef probably wants a little bit more than fish. So you add salt to taste. If you add it to the paste as it is now, you may have your spice balance off, you may have your flavor balance off, and you end up with oversalted meat, okay? Nobody likes that either. So now I'm gonna go wash my hands, and we're gonna shove that chicken in. I'm gonna show you later what it looks like. Hey everyone, we're back. The chicken has reached room temperature. Why is it important for me to reach room temperature? Well, because if you put ice cold meat into an oven, the oven's gonna drop temperature, the meat's gonna cook slower, it's gonna go like this. As you do, if you go into a different temperature environment, it's gonna get tough, it won't relax. So what you wanna do is keep all your meat at room temperature at the very least, before you put it in the oven or into the pan. Otherwise, you're gonna have quality issues. But we're not finished seasoning our chicken yet. I mentioned salt and pepper to taste, because salt, is an individual preference. But there's another component, and that's sugar. You will see in a lot of my recipes, we will have salt, sugar, and pepper. Now these three are kind of like the dynamic trio, if you will, of seasonings. I never believed this, and some other people still tell me, why are you putting sugar in your food? Well, salt needs sugar just like sugar needs salt. If you're into baking, you'll know this already, but if you're into roasting meats, this may be news to you. So I'm going to give you a quick look at the mix of salt, sugar, and pepper that I'm going to put on these 4 chicken legs before going into the oven. Now, for this exercise, because I'm trying to cut down on carbs, I'm using a sugar substitute, which is xylitol. It's available in health food stores. You don't have to do that at all. You can use brown sugar, you can use cane sugar, you can use any kind of sugar at the end of the day, as long as it adds sweetness. So let's have a quick look down here at the plate. These are about the amounts I would put onto 4 chicken legs. So let's just do that now. So here we are. Look at that. Lovely color. The sugar's caramelized. There's a little bit of sauce, or soup as you might call it in Kenya. You can put that over your rice or whatever you're serving with it. Speaking of serving, I like serving my chicken with a little bit of fried diced potato, but that'll be another recipe for another day. Actually, one of the next clips that we'll do is a Kenyan fried rice, but stand by for that end of this week. And some sauteed cabbage, which will again be another segment, but they're both good accompaniments. But that chicken will go with just about anything: rice, ugali, pasta, potatoes, whatever starch you have, whatever vegetables you have. So for now, let's all get eaten. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments below. Thank you for watching.